Now, somebody asked me to show them how to inlay a coloured piece of wood into a shaped surface. So I've got a piece of basswood here, and I've cut a sort of little double wave shape on it, and I've marked onto it a diamond approximately where I want it to go. To do this, we need a piece of lead. This is an ordinary piece of sheet lead, such as you might steal from a church roof, or you could buy at a hardware shop. I've cut a little piece off, and I've hammered it a bit thinner so that it's more flexible and easy to cut with a knife. Now I've marked the diamond onto it, and I've marked a little X at one end and an X on the piece of wood so that I know where it's going to go. Now we take this piece of lead, put it in position on the wood, and press it into the shape that's cut on a piece of wood. Now you'll find that the lead will mould itself perfectly to that shape. We then take the piece of lead, put some Loctite super glue on it, and stick it in position like that, and leave that for a couple of minutes to stick in position. Now we get a very sharp knife and cut through the lead into the wood. Then that's waste. Then our little piece of lead comes off. It will come off quite easily. You see it leaves the super glue behind, makes a bit of a mess. Make sure that you retain the original shape, and that is our template. We now get a small gouge and remove the diamond. Now the diamond has been cut into a flat bottomed recess. At the deepest point, probably 3/8 of an inch deep or less. Okay, now here is a piece of walnut about 3/8 of an inch thick, a bit larger than the diamond, which has been shaped roughly, very roughly, to the contours of the diamond. Now we now get a nice pen or a sharp pencil, hold that diamond in place, and very carefully draw around the edge of the diamond. Okay, and mark our X on the end so we know which way round it goes. So this now can be bandsawn or cut with some kind of handsaw, but a fine bandsaw blade should do it okay. So there's our bandsawn diamond. What we have to do now is to make it go into the hole. So we're going to taper the sides in of the knife all round the four sides so that it goes into the hole like a wedge and tightens itself as it goes in. You'll find that it tends to bind on the ends, on the sharp corners and the side corners. So you keep shaving the sides down and trying it into the hole until it starts to go in. Now it's starting to fit, but it's still gappy around the sides here because it's still binding on the ends. So these corners here got to be taken back more. Now that it's roughly fitting, I've put a piece of carbon paper into the hole with the glue side up, and I'm just going to give the block a bit of a tap with a hammer and see where it's binding. So with the carbon paper we can see these areas marked by the carbon paper where it's binding, so we can carefully shave those away and make a really tight fit. Well, after a couple of goes with the carbon paper, the diamond's now a pretty good fit, so I'm going to just put some super glue on it and shove it into place. Give that a couple of moments to dry. Now the glue's dry and I'm recarving the piece of walnut to match the original shape of the limewood. Finish the carving, bit of sanding, and there's our inlay, as tight as a tick. One of my harlequins would have about 250 diamonds in it, so it's a pretty painful process. The secret, as Lawrence of Arabia said, is not to mind the pain. Goodbye.